Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Welcome to another episode of the VYV podcast. My name is Daisy the Dachshund. With you today will be Luis Pablo, Philip Golden Corral, and Juan Legend. Thank you for joining us. Today we'll be talking about the movie The Menu. We'll be talking about why eggs are so expensive, and then we'll be recreating our menu ourselves. So stick around and find out. What's wrong?
That was beautiful. I'm crying.
What are you guys doing?
I had him go get me some napkins. She's so beautiful.
Some what?
Some napkins for my tears.
Why are you crying?
Thank you. It's a beautiful dog. I love all beautiful things.
Had to do a quick cam check.
The beautiful people.
Okay.
The beautiful people.
All right. Well, now that everything's settled, how you guys doing?
Amazing. Not as good as you are. Look at you. So jealous.
Yeah, I'm jealous for you. Yeah.
I'm a recent puppy.
Poppy.
If that makes sense. Yeah, puppy. We pulled the trigger and we got ourselves a dachshund. She is 3.5 pounds. She's about a foot long. I mean, she's tiny. Look at her. She's like the size of my forearm.
Bro, she's fat as hell. She's 3 pounds.
She's 3.5 pounds.
Wow. Yeah, that half pound really shows in her paws. Look at that. So chunky.
How old is it?
She's 11 weeks now.
Oh, dang. That's
Wow.
pretty old for that size. Yeah.
Yeah,
She is
she's
very tiny.
They don't grow any bigger than that, I think. They're
I
dachshunds.
think this one will get up to 9 pounds.
Wow. That's a fat
Yeah.
dog.
I know.
Imagine the shits on that one.
Dude, I don't think she's gonna get well, her poop lately, it's like the size of my thumb. Like it's like nothing.
Well, that's good. I mean, is it hard or is it like runny?
No, it's been pretty hard, and it gets me hard too, so that's a good part.
Yikes.
But no,
We're
no,
off to a good start. Woo.
yeah, she's a really bad dog. She's like very troublesome. She wants to bite everything. She
Yep.
jumped off the couch today, and like she should not be jumping off anything.
What's their name?
Daisy the dachshund.
Daisy the Dachshund. It's a she.
Yeah.
Yeah, most animals named Daisy are just bad creatures. Just malicious, heartless, selfish lovers.
Yeah, but she's very, very cute. As you can see, she's already tired out for the night, so I'll probably be handing her off to mom. You want to say bye? Say bye, guys. Bye.
Bye, Daisy.
Bye.
What's that? You can't agree with what Kanye said? All right, let's get her on camera. What a bad dog. I don't know where she learned that stuff.
Dude, she's been listening to too much Bro Tay Sis.
Yeah.
Yeah, she'll fit right in.
Listening to Phil too much.
Clearly, we found a new subscriber to our YouTube. Daisy the Dachshund.
I mean, she is German. Adriana just pointed out.
She is German.
So,
That just means that she's good at ingenuity.
Yeah, exactly. She'll be a good engineer one day. She has a few opinions that maybe most people won't agree with.
Nope. Unless you're.
But hey,
Canadian.
what do you do? How are you guys though?
We're doing terrific. You're looking pretty good. I'm liking this whole new what is that new shirt?
This was one that I got in Greece, or the only one I got in Greece.
Wow.
It's got Aristotle on the front, and it says the energy of the wind is the essence of life.
That's like some Avatar bullshit right there.
Yeah, I don't know what kind of hippy dippy shit that they sold me, but I really like the color. So
Yeah. That hippy dippy Aristotle.
Oh yeah. It looks
yeah.
nice.
That far left
Thank
guy.
you. How do I look? Do I look good?
Damn. You look like you got 2 dachshunds in your
Bro,
hands.
you're looking a little skinny, to be honest. Have you not been eating?
Thank you for saying
Is
that.
she not
'cause,
feeding you?
The last time we
Is she
saw
not
each
cooking
other,
like your mama?
no one cooks like Mama Bear. The last time that we were in person, Phil said I was looking fat, so I really took that to heart.
Oh no.
He's like, "Man, you're looking a little." He's like, "Your cheeks, they're looking a little bit more plump," and I'm like, "You piece of shit." So now
Bro, he
every
was
time
trying
I'm
to talk you into that bullshit, like trendy new surgery.
yeah, maybe what trendy new surgery?
That botchical fat removal or something.
Yeah, we were talking about this because there's this whole trend that's
What?
this is a for real thing.
There's
right?
like a certain fat removal right now where I believe it's under their chin or around their cheek area.
It's on their cheek areas. They suck the fat out of the cheeks, and it makes their cheeks all like gaunt like that. It's a really popular.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah, it's called buccal fat removal. You can look this up. Tom Brady was rumored to have it recently, but a lot of actresses do it, and a lot of actors do it too.
Yeah, there you go, buccal.
And you know what's crazy? Speaking of this whole weight loss thing, by the way, you're looking pretty good, Luis. Sorry about that. I just know how to get underneath the vein of like people. I've used that on all my exes. I was like, you know what? Your cheeks are getting a little fatter.
He was negging you, bro. He was negging you like his exes.
What an asshole. Was that all I am to you? A future ex?
So definitely works out. But
It
no,
did.
I've been getting hit with my Hulu. Maybe this is my algorithm, right? But I've been getting hit with like this new like diet pill that's like sweeping the nation. I've heard it on a couple of podcasts. It's called Osaprin or some bullshit like that.
Aspirin?
No, not aspirin.
Yeah,
No.
you snorted.
You gotta get a credit card. You gotta break it up. Ask your parents' permission.
Did you guys ever do ephedrine or caffeine?
Or like hydroxycut or whatever.
Basically hydroxycut, yeah.
Like the fat
I've done
burners?
a lot of over-the-counter like pills,
Yeah.
like a lot.
You have been. You're a human guinea pig, bro.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
like, oh, this thing says it'll shred fat. Let me try it, and maybe that's why I have digestive issues now. But
You've probably like ingested a few coins worth of heavy metals just from like
for sure.
all the unregulated supplements you take.
Yeah, there was. I'm not kidding. There's one I'm taking now that is supposed to be like a T booster. That was like, it's like 90 pills, and it was on clearance for $2.
That sounds safe. That sounds safe.
So I'm like, oh, fuck it.
Yeah.
What's the worst that
Yeah,
could
that's a
happen?
good. Yeah, pros and cons. Definitely more pros and cons on that one.
I was like, con,
And a
nothing
deal.
happens.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Con, nothing happens. Pro,
You saved money.
yeah, pro, I get fucking jacked. So what's the downside?
Oh, I was looking at the financial pro. This
Oh,
is like,
dude, $2 for
Are you
90
kidding
pills.
me?
I'm like,
How can you say no?
100%.
You can't afford to say no.
dude, honestly, this is a beautiful segue. Because I remember a couple of years ago, like maybe 2016, 2015, around there, 60 eggs was like $1.30, right?
Yeah.
And then like
yeah.
back then, I was just buying a bunch
Dude,
of eggs.
$5 tops for 60 eggs.
Exactly, and that was like a couple of years ago. They've been going up slightly, right? And then like I just had a bunch of eggs in my house. People were like, oh, you like eggs so much? It's like, nah, man. I'm just like making crepes and all this stuff. So like, I understand where Luis is coming from. Just buying like cheap clearance testosterone pills.
Oh, yeah.
I'm buying 60 eggs just to have 60 eggs. You know.
Eggs and bananas were a hack.
You know, but I learned the hard way as an adult that eggs can go bad.
Well, yeah, no shit. How did that take you?
Everything goes bad.
Yeah, even relationships. I'm sorry. No,
What did we say about not referencing them for 6 months?
I'm trying to be funny here.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, man. Clearly they don't listen.
All right. Every time you mention one of your exes, we have to hit a tally so that there's a punishment.
Let's start a sushi fund.
Well,
For every time that you mention one of your exes,
Sushi fund?
we put $20 in a sushi fund, or $10 in a sushi fund, where you have to take me and Luis out to dinner.
Oh, I thought it was the other
agree.
way around.
Yeah.
What the fuck? How would that make any sense?
So we could take this sushi fund or dinner fund and go out to dinner somewhere
True.
Yeah.
of me and Luis's choosing that
I agree.
will motivate you to not mention them or the idea of them.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree.
Hear me
Starting now.
Well, hear me out. There's that like that comedic torp of like
It's not funny.
my wife guy.
Yeah, those crickets the last time that we heard.
Yeah,
were
if you
really
say like
hilarious.
my ex-wife or like, oh, my old bag, stuff like that is funny. But
But
you,
you say
legit, you legit like reference your
Yeah,
ex.
if you look at the camera and you like try to have an R. Kelly moment with it and you're like, come back, baby. Like that's
Yeah.
creepy.
If you got your passport,
Like I
Did
feel
you get just shots?
I feel like cringe through osmosis just for being in the same room as
Oh,
him.
for sure. Yeah.
I'm sure we're gonna cut that out then. But
No, we're not cutting this part
we're
out.
not
No,
cutting
we're
it
leaving all of it in. Real quick before we get too carried away, when people are watching or listening to this, we have already posted a small-ish conversation / interview with a friend of the. I guess we can call him friend of the show now. Juan, do you want to explain a little bit more?
Yeah. So,
Mm-hmm.
you know, us being who we are and, you know, trying to network into the community and always be finding interesting stories or like stories of any sort of struggle.
The Vida and Vino.
Yeah, the Vida and the Vino.
Exactly.
Like just like the Jim Black stories or any other like interesting characters like we may highlight like TMI.
Scam Likely the band.
Scam Likely the band. Sometimes we'll use our platform to just like talk to people with interesting characters. And we're talking to somebody who comes from, I would say, one of the most dangerous and more like drug industry driven cities in Mexico, which was the state of Sinaloa or the city of Culiacan, and a homie who we call El Mato, or what did he say he wanted to go by?
Model, yeah.
El Mato. Because obviously we're not going to use his real name because some of the
Or show his face.
Or show his face because some of the information can be sensitive for many reasons. But yeah, we had him, which we were learning all these like fascinating stories. I was telling Phil that it felt like he was like a Mexican Uncle Ruckus, bro. That we were like, yeah, like, so tell us, like, how is the youth and this and that? He's like, yeah, they don't have dreams, bro. They just want to be drug dealers.
That part was really funny.
That shit was
like, yeah, because I was curious. I'm like, do people like aspire to be professional athletes? And he's like, hell no, bro. They want like a nice bike with a radio on it. And you're like, that sounds pretty attainable. That doesn't seem like it's too hard to reach.
Oh, dude, I misunderstood that. I thought he went on to say, he's like, nah, fuck that. He's like, they want to be drug dealers.
Yeah. He's like, no, yeah, essentially. He's like, they don't want to be fucking soccer players. They don't go fuck.
It was a great conversation with him, though.
Yeah.
I really like that.
Yeah, he's a funny,
also
lighthearted guy.
All in Spanish. So
yes.
Even me.
It'll be a warning in the beginning of the video, and we'll auto generate some of the like English captions, but at the end of the day, the full podcast is in Spanish, and maybe down the road we'll release a version of it in English.
Yes, very much so. That it was like, just an experimental thing that, we might play around with once in a while.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Proteus en español.
Yeah, it's not something we're going to do on a regular basis or anything like that, but once in a while, we might have a fun episode like that.
Maybe an episode where you guys teach me Spanish?
Yeah, or another opportunity maybe in the future when we do the Bay Cooks. Like, for example, like both of those owners would probably be more comfortable in Spanish as well.
Bay Cooks out in
Williams Bay.
Williams Bay, yes.
You fucking dude.
One of those.
Yeah, that's the fun part. Yeah, that's the fun part of the Sunday Fun Day content, where it's like it'll be something different each week, but it'll still be like stuff that each of us want to do.
Mm-hmm. And that the common thing that we all share is that we want to spend time with you. Did my voice go up for that? I didn't mean to lie.
Want to spend time with you. Want to spend time with you. But yeah, let's get right into it, guys. Have you noticed that eggs are fucking expensive?
What? Yeah, no, for real though. I've been grocery shop. I love grocery shopping, right? And like to see the graduate the what's the word I'm looking for? The graduation.
The gradual increase.
The gradual increase of the egg prices from like below $2 to $3.20 to underneath $5 to $7. Now for 60 eggs is nearly $25. You got to spend 1/4 of $100 bill on 60 eggs.
Can you guys see my screen?
Yeah, we can.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. So
very helpful.
12 eggs. This is a
That's smart.
foodandwine.com, but 12 eggs are now selling for $7. This is some.
in some
We'll talk about
states.
this. Why can't I?
Yeah, no, $7 for nearly a carton of eggs. It's gotten so bad that
Do
like
this.
people are smuggling eggs. Like,
Yeah,
I'm,
I want to get into that in a bit, but yeah. No.
I see. It's crazy because I remember 10 years ago when I was in like high school, middle school, right, 8th grade, 14, whatever. Butter. There was a. Speaking of Luis's shirt, there was a butter shortage in Greece where butter was like $8 for a stick for one stick of butter, right?
Yeah.
Not even a pack of 4. It was so expensive. People were smuggling butter. There was a black market for butter. It was so nuts. And like here we are now. We got like a black market of like chicken.
Yeah, I mean, anytime stuff gets really expensive like that, like for whatever reason, the black markets follow. You know, just like with car parts. Remember, like during with the COVID shit craziness,
Yeah.
how certain car parts were really expensive, and then like there was just this huge surge in like car part robberies because they're pulling
Jesus.
out catalytic converters.
Catalytic
and shit
converters
like that.
just go underneath.
Mhm.
It's still an issue today. You can't like go to San Francisco without like they call it like glamming or some shit or Bing heist or where they just go in your car and they smash the window and they just take whatever's inside. It's a common thing where like cops don't really crack down on it. So like people are actively putting like stickers on their cars saying like, "I am a teacher. I have no money. Please don't smash my window."
Oh God, they're like pleading with people.
Yeah, please. There's nothing in here.
That's horrible.
They have like a GoFundMe page like printed on there basically.
Please do not.
Nah,
Oh, look
dude.
at this. Minimum wage is still $7.58 an hour, and yet, oh, no, not Twitter. A carton of organic pasteurized eggs is going for $11.49, and it's on sale.
I believe it.
That shit's like
That is-
LA though. Come on,
Yeah,
now,
this is skyrocketing. But no, man. A lot of these companies are saying it's bird flu. Like, is avian flu a factor? Yes. Emily Metz is from the New York Times, the president and chief executive of the American Egg Board. So, very, very important person in the egg community.
I didn't know there was an
Um,
American egg board. I love that. Hell yeah.
Emily Metz, man, she's the president.
Just one smart egg.
That's funny. But yeah, she says no, the aviation flu is a factor, but it's not the only factor in why these prices are so high right now, and added that the increasing cost of fuel, chicken feed, and even egg packaging were contributing to the higher prices. Regardless of the reason, restaurant owners are also struggling to deal with the sticker shock in every egg order. Egg supply in Iowa went from $750 a week to $2,500.
You know what else I've noticed? The increase of eggs is just like produce all around. Just a week ago, a loaf of bread was like maybe $2.20. Now the motherfucker's $3.20. Are you like
Dude,
wheat
everything
bread?
is going up. Yeah. Everything is going up. It's kind of nuts right now.
And like it's the shitty like cheap bread too. Like you put
Oh yeah, Wonder Bread.
you put peanut butter on it and it just breaks.
you put your knife across and the entire inside of the bread just goes with. You're like, God damn, dude.
Well,
Kind
this
of
is
wanted a
counter-
soft sandwich.
Counterproductive.
Yeah. Another interesting thing that actually lead to the conversation we had earlier was, dude, people are smuggling eggs.
Yeah, from Canada, Mexico?
Yeah, dude. Where is it? Where egg smuggling is on the rise. I found this crazy. At the U.S. border. So it's steadily increased, obviously. But in Juarez, Mexico, a mega carton of 30 eggs is going for $3.40.
What's
Whoa.
Dude, 30 eggs for $3.40. That's the kind of prices I want. But yeah, man.
Those are real eggs too. That's none of the GMO bullshit that we have.
Hell no.
Have you seen our chickens? They're breasts the size of my breast. They're fucking huge. And then you got the chickens down in Mexico. They're like lean, bro.
They're lean. They're just popping eggs left
Dude,
and right.
if you look at the egg yolks, they're like way darker.
Yes.
Yeah, dude, that's such a big difference. I remember I bought just the cheapest eggs, right? Like one day, and I go to my parents' house for whatever Christmas it was, and they made eggs in the morning, and they were like completely different color. They tasted completely different, and because they were like organic, like they bought the most expensive eggs they could, and yeah, it made such a difference. So you can only imagine like those eggs.
Yeah, those chickens are eating like bugs and seeds versus like eating nothing but like corn or grain feed, you know?
Yeah, just as plump as fuck. And then down there, they're just like, no, these are what eggs are supposed to be like.
Yeah. This is a chicken in its true form.
I know.
Oh
But I
no.
did find it funny that a penalty for being caught smuggling it starts at 300 and could increase up to $10,000
Oh my god.
$10,000?
for a carton of
God
eggs,
damn.
bro.
Nah, fuck that. Just buy them here then.
Yeah, I don't think it's worth it at that point.
This is worse than Ronald Reagan's
Yo,
war on
have you guys
drugs.
ever tried to bring anything like that into the country? I have. Do you guys have a story like that?
Oh yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
you can go first. I'll go
When
after you.
when I went to Costa Rica, I discovered like some of the coolest fruit I had ever tasted in my life.
Oh, over in Costa Rica.
Yeah, and I had no idea. Like it was like my first time doing international travel. I had no idea that like I couldn't bring back fresh fruit from there. You know, like I figured like plants. Yeah, that makes sense. But like I can't bring some shit to snack on.
Yeah, those
Like,
them seeds.
Yeah, and they wouldn't let me, bro. They made me throw it all away, and I had like just hit up the market beforehand. I was like, fuck it, it's like $5. It'll be worth
Wait,
it.
are you telling me you didn't
gamble.
spitefully eat it in front of them?
No, dude, it was like a giant. There was like all these like mango type things. Like they would have been peeling involved and preparation. No,
Taking a pocket knife out and just
nah, I was gonna do that. But yeah, I was so sad, dude. That was the time I was trying to bring back sour sop, and that shit is so delicious.
What the hell is that? Sour sop?
Yeah, sour sop. You should look it up, Luis, if you on your side, or guanabana. But I think you'll find sour sop easier.
Oh, guanabana.
I know
what that is.
guanabana now.
Guanabana, yeah, it's the same thing. It's like a giant green spiky mango that has white flesh with brown seeds on the inside, and it has like almost like a soft custard like flesh, somewhere between custard and mango. And yeah, it's amazing, dude. It tastes like vanilla and bananas.
This thing here?
Guanabana.
Yes, that's the one. It tastes amazing, dude. That's literally my favorite fruit of all time now. Like,
Yep.
I have like my own potted tree that is a version of this. That like I really don't know if it's ever gonna give me fruit.
Is that FDA approved? Can you be saying that?
Oh, I bought it here. I bought it locally.
Oh, you did buy it. So it looks like you can blend it, or how do you get
That's
the
like the
milk here?
juice. Yeah, you can blend it and create a juice.
Show me the juice.
Filter it, you know.
I'm assuming you have to like peel the entire outside, right? Or
Yeah,
how
probably.
do you?
Yeah, they probably just scoop.
How did you enjoy it?
Yeah, I like cut it and scooped out like pieces of it with a spoon and like enjoyed it like that. It was amazing though.
Interesting.
How about you guys? What'd you guys try to smuggle back into the country?
You know what? This is perfect. The difference between you and I. You're over here talking about eating this, enjoying like vanilla, beautiful, sweet, tasty fruit. Bro, I was trying to leave Thailand, and I fell in love with like the spicy tuna. Right, I was gonna bring 3 cans with me to enjoy on the flight back, because I was looking at maybe like a 16-hour flight back home.
Yeah.
So I was like, bro,
You're gonna eat tuna on a plane?
spicy tuna. The tuna was so good, but I couldn't take it with me. I couldn't have taken it with me.
Thank God for everybody on that plane.
It's so good. I would
Too
have
much
shared.
metal or what?
No, it was because it contained liquid in it.
Oh, okay.
I was like, oh my God. And see, this is the difference between you and I. Not only was your meal much sweeter, I spitefully ate mine. We took different actions. You're over here talking about like throwing away the fruit, right?
Yeah.
I'm over here spitefully eating a bunch of like
Right
tuna.
in front of them?
Oh yeah.
How'd you even open it?
No, it was one of those like a
peel
war
tab? Yeah.
like a war style peel can and whatnot.
I love how you're spitefully eating in front of the guy who does not give a shit. He's like, bro, I don't give a shit.
And especially spicy tuna. He's like, oh God.
They don't pay me enough to care.
You sure you want to eat that right now?
No, they definitely.
You're about to get on a 16-hour flight, dude.
Making
definitely did not-
everybody's noses pay for it.
Oh, they definitely did
Yeah.
not care about her. Here,
I smuggled.
hold on, I gotta pause this for a quick second. Those dogs are going crazy.
Yeah, Juan, I did snuggle I did snuggle in something as well.
Oh, were we doing yours too?
Yeah. I snuggled in ouzo from Greece, which is a very clear licorice vanilla drink. It's a liqueur, which is 40%, and it's usually enjoyed after dinner on rocks with Sprite or on its own.
Wow. Did we have that at your place the
We
one
did,
time?
we
Yep.
did,
I
yeah.
remember
But like,
now, yeah.
the when I brought it back that time, it was in a suitcase for like a day or two, and then we just put it over ice. So I feel like chilling it the whole time instead of just putting it over ice would have made it a lot better.
Yeah, like keeping that in the freezer, having it like have that like minty kind of licorice flavor
Ooh,
straight out of the freezer where it's almost syrupy, you know?
Dude, when it hits the back of your throat, God damn.
My
You know what I've been enjoying hitting the back of my throat lately?
What?
Thank you for making that joke.
Is dude, I don't know why, but in the last like 2 weeks, I've really enjoyed black coffee like way more than I have in the past.
No, like regular homemade black coffee or like Starbucks, like the
I
nitro.
want to congratulate you
cold
for
coffee.
becoming a man, Luis. I want to say
I've-
congratulations and yeah,
Thank you.
welcome to the club,
I-
bud.
I think it's 28. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I've always enjoyed black coffee, but I always put ice in it just to kind of like soothe the temperature.
Okay.
But lately, I've just been like, no, we're gonna let this ride. Like, just like straight out of the pot, straight out of the machine.
It's delicious.
And just oh my god, dude, that first like sip, dude. Honestly, I love black coffee more than I love a lot of things in life.
like the first 10 cups, sometimes even 100 cups for different people, they're gonna taste like dirt. But then you get over you get over like a certain curve, and it becomes like wine, where like you start unlocking like certain coffees taste like more fruity and light, versus others are more like dark and earthy, and like they taste like
Dude,
cocoa.
that's so true. Yeah, because the first cup, like the first, Anthony Garcia, shout out episode 7. The first time he like poured wine for us, all three of us, it was like, oh, this one tastes like slightly different than the one from yesterday, or like this one tastes slightly different than the one you just poured. But then like the 10th glass of wine, you're just like, oh, this one tastes like completely like I can distinguish this one. And I feel like I'm now finally, after drinking coffee for like 10 years, I finally get it.
You finally earned your sea legs.
Yeah, because before that, I would just like
legs.
before that I would just like drink coffee like for the caffeine.
Yeah.
You know,
It was
And
a
I
drug,
just, like,
you know?
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's like a cigarette. You're like, ah, fuck it. If it's menthol, if it's Marlboro, like whatever.
It's like,
But
oh,
now
it's
it's-
supposed to reduce your appetite. Let me get some of that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I need to get back on the coffee game. I used to be heavy with the coffee game, my early 20s. Now I'm just in the Red Bull, which is just so bad for you.
God damn, really?
Yeah. So
What
Red
the
Bull?
fuck is wrong
what do you
with
mean,
you?
really? You took my Red Bull. A
Yeah,
couple weeks
one
ago.
time. I didn't know that like you were treating Red Bull like a normal everyday adult. Bro, you left the trailer park. You got to leave some of those habits behind.
I need to
Dude,
pick up.
coffee's so much cheaper too.
Yeah.
I need to pick up the coffee habit.
And so much healthier.
Yeah, not as bad as like you piss chemicals out. It's like Shrek
Yeah.
piss. It's like that joke from Role Models.
According to Michael Pollan's book, the bestseller,
Mhm.
coffee is a main source of antioxidants for most Americans.
Wow.
Like our
Really?
our diets are so lacking in fruits and vegetables that for most Americans, coffee is like their main source of antioxidants.
Here I was thinking that coffee is just super rich in antioxidants. It's like, no, we just lack.
Yeah.
consuming that. Oh, that's really funny.
We barely make the bare minimum requirement.
Like
Yeah,
most of
yeah,
our
well.
breakfast is like eggs, cereal, meat,
Sugar,
you know. Like if we're lucky, what like
French
Oh,
toast with
granola
whipped
bar?
cream and bananas.
yeah, where are the veggies, you know?
No, that's true. How do you guys do on fruit consumption? What's your intake like?
On fruit consumption,
Yeah.
I personally don't care too much about it. I'll have it like in smoothies, but I don't like crave it or search it out. But I like
Really?
what I do try to consciously eat a lot of though is veggies. Like
Are
anytime
you
I
gonna say
see
pussy?
Veggies is pretty
both,
easy to eat.
both, bro.
Veggies
Both.
is pretty easy to
It's
eat.
both savory.
The only time I get down and dirty with
Yeah,
fruits
that's my friend, you weirdo.
is when I start making drinks or like a whiskey or an old fashioned.
Yeah.
Get the little orange peel. You already have the orange, just like
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
just suck on it, you know.
Okay, like you start eating fruit whenever you're drinking.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then for veggies, you know, chicken and rice, you get some steamed broccoli. You know, you can steam frozen vegetables so easy.
Yeah.
You know,
Frozen veg. I love myself some frozen veggies.
maybe that's
not
the
gonna
issue.
lie.
If you could steam frozen fruits,
Yeah.
be much more enjoyable. But
There is a lot of frozen fruit.
there's
Like
those
blueberries, strawberries.
yeah, but those are like from more smoothie base, ain't those?
That's true, I guess. You can leave them in like a plate, and like then the next morning they'll be ready for you to put over yogurt. you
But
know?
they'd be
I
soggy.
used to do that with mango.
Yeah, see?
But who wants soggy fruit like that?
Well, put it in some chia seeds and then make chia seed pudding with like the
Ooh.
There
you go.
excess water.
Dude,
and
chia
moisture.
seeds go hard.
Yeah, chia seeds go
I
hard. They
love
do.
chia seeds.
Damn, I can see why you got husband up. Look at you with your
What's
big
up,
brain.
dude? What's up,
Look
dude?
at
Yeah.
you with your big brain.
Dude, I was telling you guys about how I made tepache. Oh, you
Exactly.
you guys might like this.
Wait, hold on for the viewers and listeners at home. What the hell is the pache?
Tepache is like indigenous Mexican kombucha.
Oh, okay.
You-
You
yeah.
talked about that in the beginning.
Yeah, you take like piloncillo, a pineapple peel, cinnamon sticks, allspice in a jar,
Yep.
maybe like half a can of beer and quite a bit of water, and then like that all ferments for like 30 hours, 40 hours, and you get a kombucha like pineapple brew that's like really delicious and has like hints of cinnamon and pineapple.
Oh, sign me up.
Yeah, which are just really good.
And good for your stomach line
Yeah,
too.
and it's literally good for it's just like kombucha. It's like probiotic type shit. But I was gonna say, in addition to that though, I also made
Real quick,
yeah.
have you had the SCOBY from kombucha?
Yeah.
haven't.
Somebody makes their own kombucha that I know, and they literally came up to me with what looked like a Tupperware full of scallops,
Yeah.
and they're like, "Do you want one?" And I'm like, "What the fuck is this?"
Yeah,
And
it
he's
looks like
"It's-
jelly, right? Like a jellyfish type shit.
It looks so weird, and he's like, "They're candied SCOBY from my own
Candied?
kombucha." Yeah, they're
Candied
candied.
them.
Yes, and
That's
this one I was
interesting.
like, "What the fuck?" He's like, "Yeah, so I'll take the SCOBY, and then I'll just like mix them with like I forgot what he said, but it was like fruit and like sugar and some other stuff to kind of like form a little bit better, and like so that each one's kind of like a snack." And dude, it was amazing. It tasted so good, and it's like healthy-ish, you know,
Yeah.
for you, but at the
Yeah.
same time, it literally tastes like you're eating like
It's-
a little like gelatin. It's so
Yeah.
weird.
I'm sure it's like kombucha like, you know? Like I'm
It
sure it has
definitely
a
had
lot
the
of the
flavor of it,
probiotic
yeah.
flavors, you know?
Mhm.
Or benefits, I mean. But yeah, that sounds super cool. I didn't know when I made my own kombucha, I would always like, and I had too much, I would throw it away. So now I feel bad.
Your ass could have been
Yeah,
making
you gotta do
candy,
something with it.
Yeah, I was like, God damn it, I wish I would have known that shit.
candy up.
Yeah.
That's really funny.
No, but another
we're gonna
little
say,
fun recipe thing that like I was cooking up for work and shit. I recently learned how to make like fruit liqueurs.
Ooh.
Yeah, so like I made a few
We're gonna
different
have to visit Juan soon.
fruit liqueurs out of pineapple, coconut, and what was the last one?
Come.
Hibiscus.
Pineapple, coconut, and banana. So
Banana liqueur.
yeah, banana liqueur. So I put vodka, and like a good amount of sugar and a small amount of water and maybe like a small amount of rum. And I'm gonna let that infuse for like 7 days, I believe. And then it's gonna like the water and the sugar are gonna get mixed up, so it gets all syrupy and like it turns into its own like consistency rather than it being different chunks and layered and shit. But yeah, I'm really excited to like try those out and like try putting them in drinks, selling them as shots. Right? If people like come up and they're like, "Yo, let me get a lemon drop," be like, "You sure? Or you want like a little bit of this like pineapple potion, bro?" You know?
Yeah, exactly.
Pineapple potion.
Yeah.
Dude, the banana liqueur with any rum would be so good.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Imagine a banana liqueur hot toddy. Dude.
That'd be pretty good.
Like
yeah.
a bananas Foster hot toddy that way.
Perfect for the winter season.
Yeah.
And like that sounds like maybe a reel down the future and how to process this and all this
Sure,
stuff.
fuck yeah, absolutely. We
Because
could
like this sounds amazing.
totally pull that off for a reel.
And honestly, it's not even that sound that complicated.
No,
it's just like you got to plan out the time.
yeah, it's just
That's
a
the
little
only
prep. It's just following a recipe,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
Yeah.
just like anything else.
To quote Jesse Pinkman, it's science, bitch. Right. Thank you.
Amen. Amen. All right, moving on to the movie The Menu. Did you guys both watch it?
Oh, yeah, I fell in love with it.
Yeah, I love the movie, and yes,
I thought it was so insanely interesting. It's without spoiling it right away. It's a movie about food that isn't a movie about food.
Mm-hmm.
It's I recommend anyone to just watch it without watching any trailer or reading anything about it, because that's the way I went into it. The Menu, I'm like, it's about food, and I just watched it.
Exactly. I've heard a bunch of press about it in movie theaters. Finally got to HBO Max, so if you have a little bit of an HBO Max subscription,
Or you can just rent it on most things.
Yeah,
That's what I did. I just, yeah.
I forgot that streaming services you can just rent anything now. That's
Yeah.
Amazon, baby. Come on now.
is it okay?
But I went in there with low expectations, like Luis was saying. I didn't know much about it. I heard that like the Anna Taylor-Joy was in it, the Queen's Gambit,
Yep.
the chess from Netflix movie, or my personal favorite, The Northman. She's in that movie too.
Yeah, you did talk about that. You
Woo.
little white supremacist, you.
No, don't soil that. Don't soil that moment. Now hold on. But no, it was a really great movie. It's a great ensemble of cast too. Definitely recommend it.
It's got the lawyer from the first or the second or third season of Ozark.
Mm-hmm.
It's got the guy who was in Dunkirk, I think. He was also in one of the first class X-Men.
Yeah, wow, I forgot about that. And like one of the guys is from the show on Hulu, The Great, about Catherine the Great, right? He plays like the love interest.
And also John Leguizamo's in it.
Yeah, John Leguizamo. I forgot about that guy. Damn.
What was the name of the main male protagonist?
Tyler.
No, like the actor.
The actors. That's the guy that I was talking about. That was
He's the guy from Hulu.
Is that the same guy as the White Lotus guy?
No.
Or is that just two guys who look alike?
Two white guys that look alike.
Yeah, I think so. But yeah, it's this guy you're referring to.
Yeah.
Yes.
Exactly. Ladies love that type of like Nordic like look.
Yeah, Nicholas Holt.
I was thinking
He's
more Boy Scout than Nordic, but yeah.
He's in Mad Max, X-Men: Days of Future Past. Oh, he's in Warm Bodies. That's right. Yeah. But the banker.
The Great.
He's in. Yeah.
Woo.
The favorite.
What did you guys think about the movie then? Like overall,
I thought it was great. I thought it was
mini
so
analysis.
fun. I thought she was interesting. I thought the main chef guy, Ralph Fiennes, knocks it out of the park. And I thought Hung Chao as Elsa was super intimidating.
She was like the sous chef, if I remember correctly, right?
No, she was like the helper.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like the main host, the bottom bitch.
Trusted.
Let's not spoil it yet, but
Exactly.
I feel like we should.
No, we will
because we're like weeks late to it already. We should just.
That's true.
Be
just
like,
spoil it right
I feel like we.
It definitely kept me on the edge of my seat. I was like, all right. I went in there.
Yes.
Like, this is like, what's the plot of the movie? They're gonna like, is the chef gonna kill everybody and be like, I'm done being a chef, or is this like a murder mystery thing? Like,
Yeah.
It is a very we're gonna spoil it now, but it is alluding to the fact that something's not right about the island. Like all these rich people go to the island and they're just like waiting around. Like, where's the chef? What are we gonna eat? And like some of them have been there before, some haven't. And then what's the first big twist? Is it when the sous chef kills himself?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Or was it the finger cut off?
No, it was the sous chef.
No, the chef killed himself first.
Because after that, they're like, I'm out of here. And then they got the finger cut off. But, I mean, even, like Luis was saying, they build the atmosphere of, like, they're asking questions and they're like, oh, where do you guys live? We live here. You guys don't have any fun? It's like, no, we don't have no life. So it's like the way that they would get responses back from the people and like the cold and hostility.
Yeah.
Just like, oh, we're guests on this island.
It felt like cultish. It felt cultish.
Yeah.
It felt very cultish.
Cult-like devotion.
I had to check twice to make sure it wasn't an A24 studio movie. I was like, what is this? What?
It did have like that creepy feel. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, kind of like Summerfest or no.
No. Midsummer.
Midsommar, yeah, that one. There you go.
Midsommar.
But no, I mean,
see, and that's the beautiful thing though. Like, so it gives you like the creepiness, and then it pulls you back in with like, clap. Here's
amazing food.
Here's a course, and it gives you this backstory of like we forged it and like this beautiful, camera shots of it, and then it takes you out of like, oh wow, wasn't I just scared for a second? You're like in glamour.
Yeah,
by
that's
the
a
food.
good point.
And then
I didn't make that connection.
And then some of the food that they would present, like the tortillas, remember, and the tacos, how like the tortillas had like iron prints essentially of like a scene in your life that you would usually be embarrassed of. So it might have like they might have like caught you cheating on your wife, and they'll like present it to you right there in your dinner. Or if you fake like expense reports or some shit like that.
Dude, that guy was a baller too. The guy that was like having an affair and like just brought his wife just because he's like, I love to eat her, kind of a thing, right? But like, each different course of the meal progressed with like the severity of like, we know what you're up to, kind of a thing.
Yeah,
like, the levels that they would mess with the guests, like for example, in the beginning, one of them like asked about the soup. And like she was being pretentious. She's like a food reviewer, right? She's like,
"Oh no, there was like dips to go with bread, and one of them was like an emulsion that was broken. Like it wasn't perfectly mixed, and so they overhear. It's like a small ass kitchen, and like every time they overhear something, they just like hone in on that person. And there's one, the main character. Who's the dating Anna Taylor-Joy? He's like super into the food and like
almost annoyingly so.
Yeah, and like a self-proclaimed foodie. And actually, I want to make a video about this eventually. But like people who like the foodie culture, there's people who like consider themselves foodie by like going to nice restaurants and like taking pictures of good food. But they wouldn't be able to explain why it's good or like why they're doing it. They want the name and the title without doing any of the work.
Yeah, they want the prestige of even if there is a prestige of being a foodie, like I'm cultured, kind of a thing. Like,
I've seen Chef's Table.
It's something similar with me with wrestling. I want to pretend I'm a wrestler, so that's why I'm engrossed with like, that guy's from a trailer.
You're balls deep into that community. I would not say you are pretending by any means. But no, there's a really funny part where he's like something horrible is happening. They cut somebody's finger off, and he's like so into the food that he doesn't even like care. Like you're like, is this guy have some mental illness that he just doesn't pay attention? But he's just enjoying the food so much. It's so bizarre.
What was the reason that you guys thought that the chef was doing what he was doing? Like, he's not just a psycho, like, doing these things, right?
No.
I think those people in the room, because he specifically like reservations and like planned everything out, right?
Yeah.
All those people. And I think everyone there was a representation of like the years of being a chef. From like the old dude that was cheating on his wife, who says to go there. He doesn't even give a shit about the food.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the movie, he's like, "Can you name me one dish you've had?" And like he can't name him one single dish, right? And then you got like that the Mexican guy, which is like a character trait of all three of us. The old wash up famous movie star is like, "Yeah, he's my friend." It's like, the girl he's like cheating his wife with.
Yeah.
Who's also, by the way, did you catch that? They're like sleeping together too. His assistant.
Yeah.
He's like, what about
that's
your
why
wife?
she was trying to break up with him.
Yeah. Everyone's just a bad person in that room. But like, and then you had the food critic review who's like ruined people's lives, just being like, snobby, and like in the beginning she's like, "Oh, this amalgamation is pretty bad." And it's just that attitude of like writing reviews and ruining like the passion for these chefs. So I mean, I think that's how he got there. It was like a life cycle representation. You start off with like the passion behind it, and you slowly get chipped away until you've reached the pinnacle of your craft, and then it's all minute because nobody cares. And I think that's the whole point to it. And a little spoiler for at the end of this, he kind of like shows mercy to one of the individuals, and I believe the reason why he showed mercy is because he was able to like remember his love for cooking. He remembered why he got into the game.
Do you think that's why? Okay.
Or
What
that,
about you,
or
Luis?
that, or she was super hot. He was like, you know what, you too fine to die tonight.
She was pretty. She was a pretty lady.
I don't think that had to do with it. I think the conversation he had with his sous chef right before the sous chef blew his own brains out kind of gives way to why he was just like fed up. And also like the person who was funding his island was like some super rich business dude. And 3 of his employees were there eating dinner, and he ended up finding like financial records that were lying. And he's like, I'm finally free. And he ends up killing the super rich dude. And I think he was just like, I agree with your point a little bit that he was just like, this is the peak of what this is. And I hate this. So I agree with your point a little bit. But I think, he just, when he's having that conversation with the sous chef, he's like, do you want this life? And he's like, no, chef. He's like, you live to serve other people who are never satisfied. Nope. That's all you do as a cook. You just live to serve other people who will never be satisfied. And I think he's just like, fuck this. He's like, people are going to judge me on the island, and I'm like the number one person to do it. Fuck it. Let's all go out in a ball of flames.
The one thing I did kind of like thought was funny. It was like the female chefs is like, just like, you try to fuck me the second week here. Yes, chef. Just like,
then he like stabbed a pair of scissors into his nuts or something. Did you guys notice like a class warfare streak at all
from the movie?
Yeah,
they were all super rich.
I know, but like the fact that he kept making a big deal about how she was essentially a service worker herself. Like by talking about the main character who she was like, he was
the prostitute.
The prostitute. How he like called the prostitute a sort of service worker. And then how like there was also that other girl that the Hispanic actor had brought, where the chef or he was also so like, well, I'm not even his wife. Why are you gonna kill me? And the chef was like, where did you go to school? She says Brown. Yeah. And then he asks her, do you have student debt? She said no. Then you're gonna die. Yep. Like there was like a like that. I don't know, that kept getting mentioned, and there was like all these references about how like he couldn't stand the idea that one guy had been there like 7 times
and couldn't name him one.
And couldn't name one thing. He would talk about like people pray to come here once in their life, and you have like taken advantage of this like that many times, and you can't even say this. So it almost felt like there was like that streak there of like you rich asshole fucks like I don't appreciate like the art that goes into that. So I'm gonna like kill a bunch of you or something like that.
I love that. I didn't catch it at first because like, even like the main guy, I guess, right, if you want to call him that, Tyler, that's what his name is. They sent him an email saying that like, oh, by the way, you're gonna die if you come here.
Yeah,
everyone is gonna die.
Yeah.
He's like, you still came? He's like, yes.
And the only reason that he had to get the prostitute to go with him is because his girlfriend broke up with him before the dinner. But he would have just brought his girlfriend willingly, knowing that they were all gonna die.
Yeah,
which is like
how she socked him in the face when she found that out.
Yeah,
that was great.
But just to be that foodie though, just to like say that I've eaten,
just to experience it.
Yeah,
or not even say it. You're gonna die. You know you're gonna die, but just to enjoy it one time.
Dude, what do you think it was that Chef whispered in his ear to end him like that?
Oh well, dude, this is like one thing that I want to. The reason that I want to like make a video talking about foodies is because as soon as Tyler walks into the restaurant, he's like, "Oh, did you make that with like the Apato jet?"
Yeah,
and he's like, "Yes, Mr. Lehman," and he's like, "Oh, you know my name?" He's like, "Yeah, we're very proficient at what we do here," and he is one of those people that like just thinks they know food, but until you're back there in the fucking heat like making this shit, you don't know food.
He's
Just
a
shut the fuck up and eat
Yeah.
your steak.
he's
Yeah,
a
he-
backseat driver.
He's read a few books and
Yeah.
yeah.
He's like, how about you take it right here? I'm like, no, I know it's going straight.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
but maybe it's a little bit faster if you go this way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Armchair quarterback. That's what he is.
Yep.
Is it, oh, is this made with this? Or like,
He's a Skip Bayless of food like we are.
yeah, exactly. And we're to blame for some of that too. We're part of a market that's currently overly saturated. But yeah, it's
What do
I
you
think what he said,
I was just gonna ask you, what do you think he said to him?
like, you're the reason that I fucking want to kill myself or or something.
This
He
is
must
all
be
on you.
Yeah, he's like, the reason I fucking hate my life is because of people like you.
Damn.
What about you guys? What do you think he said?
The
Mm.
the rosato is cold. The risotto is cold.
You know what? I like to think that
Gordon Ramsay line.
if he could get those kind of images in their tortillas, he probably also has like all sorts of like just dark psychology type tricks and like twists on all of their
For
lives,
sure.
like in ways to twist their arm.
He
He
like, I know
probably
why
just
your girlfriend left you.
he probably just went into his ear and whispered like, "You're never gonna meet up to your father's legacy. Why are you even trying?"
Dude, he went up to him
and
and
he just went. He's like, "It's all right."
he went up to me and whispered, "Your cheeks are looking fat." Fuck.
That plastic
he's
surgery is
right.
not fooling anybody.
I did gain 1.5 pounds in my right cheek. Ah!
Oh my god. Yeah, I love that scene. That scene was just hilarious.
It was, all around, it was a great movie, though. It was
Yeah.
artistic,
Yeah.
poetic, visually appetizing.
It wasn't
dialogue
Marvel.
Heavy. Wasn't Marvel.
Yeah.
It wasn't Marvel, it wasn't
Yeah.
DC, it wasn't A24, it was just who produced that movie?
I think
Just
Blumhouse. I might be wrong though. And one thing I liked about it, no sex. There was some like
Just a lot of tension.
a lot of tension and like because most shows and most TV shows and
Yeah.
movies,
that was sad.
there's this is a sex scene for no reason. Like
Yeah.
you know,
Is that what you've noticed?
yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
it's you know.
Yeah.
Ever since I dated the Malaysian the one time, I was like, you know what?
All right, that's $20. That's another $20 into the
$20 into the fund. Great catch, bud. Yes.
20 bucks into
that
the
was just
sushi.
Yeah.
subliminal right there.
It's $20 into the fund.
Damn you, Allah.
All right.
Damn you, Allah.
The movie is made by Searchlight Pictures. No idea who the fuck they are.
I think
They're
they
a
were,
subsidiary of Walt Disney Studios.
Oh, the Nazi.
Founded in 1994 as
Yep.
Fox Searchlight Pictures.
Yep.
Oh, interesting. They've done Slumdog Millionaire, 12 Years a Slave, and Birdman.
Oh,
So they've
wow.
done-
Those all sound like bangers.
Also, yeah, The Shape of Water, Nomadland. All those movies won Academy Award for the Best Picture. Yeah,
That's awesome.
damn, dude.
Did
So
you
they're
get-
they're
did you-
actually a pretty big studio.
Did you guys see that they released the Oscar nominations for the speaking of the Academies?
I did not yet.
No,
And
I didn't see any of them, but I did see that they were out.
yeah, it's gonna be very interesting to see Puss in Boots wipe the house.
When, yeah,
One-
I did watch that movie, and it is phenomenal,
God damn.
Does
I
it
gotta
not
watch
make you cry?
dude.
Is that on
there
streaming
was a-
services or no? Not yet.
not
Probably
yet.
not yet.
Oh, yeah, actually, yes. You can rent it on just about anything,
Sweet.
but you can't. I don't think it's on anything specifically.
Okay. As long as you can rent it, I'm fine.
Dude, fucking $3 on
Yeah.
YouTube, like not much.
Definitely worth watching it. though.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. It's a great movie.
Have you guys watched Abbott Elementary?
Is that
No, but I want to.
Dude, it's so good. Highly recommend it.
What's that?
There's some
Mustard?
scene-
Highly recommend it. It's like, so think The Office or Parks and Rec style,
Yeah.
but like taking place in like a inner city Philadelphia school with like a female Michael Scott.
Say no more. I'm already
and
in.
like she's just like this overly eager, like too naive teacher. You know, like she's hilarious. She's a great main character. The principal's hilarious, dude. She's just like this girl who
Any
lucked her
notable,
way and blackmailed into her way into the position, and
Blackmailed her
yeah,
way in
and she just has like nothing but charisma. So like imagine like if you could blackmail your way into being the principal of a school, and like that would be the adventures of Abbott Elementary. You know, like it's so funny. Highly recommend it.
I've seen some clips online, like just on TikTok and YouTube, that are like so fucking funny that I'm like, how have I not watched this show yet? It's interesting to think that like the main actress, the teacher, she just went viral on Vine and YouTube for like silly sketches, and then ended up getting a job at like BuzzFeed, I believe, and working with their like comedy department, and then just like pitched the show, and now it's like
Holy shit, that's awesome.
I think it won Best Comedy.
Yeah, it won a bunch of the Globe Awards or whatever those are called.
What's the
Golden
cast
Globe,
here?
something like that.
Who's these people? Now I'm getting all interested.
Dude, it's the guy from Everybody Hates Chris.
And it's the guy from exactly.
Hates
Yeah,
Chris.
like he grew up and he looks exactly the same.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I gotta check that out. He's a good guy. He's a good guy.
It's like you took him and just stretched him out.
Yeah, so Quinta Branson. Here's the show itself. Yeah, so her.
Oh, she worked at
think-
BuzzFeed and all that stuff. Okay, yeah. She
I
looks familiar.
think so. If I can, yeah, but Janelle James,
Tyler James Williams, Lisa Walter.
Yep.
Chris, his character in all the clips I've seen just cracks me the fuck up.
Yeah, he's hilarious. He's like the overly woke teacher who, yeah, they're all like a different stereotype. It's a really good.
It's even shot kind of like The Office.
Yeah, it's what I'm telling you. It's really
they look
funny.
at the camera and everything. Yeah, exactly. So she produced content for BuzzFeed and developed 2 streaming series, and then ended up becoming the ABC comedy series Abbott Elementary. So she's the creator.
Yeah. When you guys
This is
were
crazy.
saying Abbott Elementary, I thought you guys were referring to like that Sherlock Holmes TV show.
No, you weirdo.
I was like,
That's why I told you it was like the Office meets a school.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Office, Parks and Rec style.
Elementary, my dear Watson.
Oh, God.
Fuck, I want to start ending the podcast on personal questions.
Oh, nice. Like, what kind of how personal? Little FYI or little like? What do you mean?
Don't get weird, you fucking.
What do you mean?
Is the size of my big toe? No, I just I think it'd be fun for the listeners to chime in and like pitch us, questions that they'd like us to answer, and also us to each other. With the recent news that Panic at the Disco is now breaking up.
I saw that.
What were your guys' worst dressing phase?
That's funny.
I mean, have I ever left? I mean, I still wear my suit.
Yeah, that's true. Can he answer us now? Can he answer that?
Yes, that is definitely an answer. Yeah. Your suit phase now is quite ridiculous.
I wasn't aware how ridiculous it was until like I mentioned I wear my suit to the date, like with the psychic and all that stuff, right?
Yeah.
And then everyone's reaction was like, "Why were you in your suit?" I was like, I didn't know.
I don't know. I was trying to impress.
I didn't know. It was
Dress for the job you want, right?
I didn't know people didn't have class anymore. My apologies, folks.
My apologies, you peasants.
As I stroll onto a haunted house.
What about you, Luis? What was your worst dressing phase?
It wasn't the I was never like gothy for sure, but it really comes down to like one definitely more than the other, but like the one that comes to mind is like the early swag / like Aeropostale and Route 21 days.
Yeah.
God, dude.
Those were your worst
like,
days?
Dude, for sure. Like just looking back at it, I'm like, God, I just looked like shit. Like I just looked so fucking stupid with like a legit like mohawk, like super gelled, like spiky.
Oh hell yeah!
And I have a big nose already, and it was just like
honing in, pointing
just
right
the
at
mohawk
it.
was like just like look. And I have big ears too, so it's like big ears, shaved sides, a fucking mohawk that just makes me look like a lizard.
Was that because of Shark Boy and Lava Girl? Were you like a shark? Like, bro, I'm Shark Boy. That's me. I'm
a big. I was Team Jacob from the beginning, and I was like, I'm gonna follow this guy's work till I fucking die. And the other one that comes to mind is like my super like ghetto baggy phase, which like was not that long as opposed to like the Aeropostale Route 21 phase. But like I would distinctly remember having shirts that were like, I mean, I was a scrawny kid having like extra large t-shirts that were like past my forearm. And I'd be like, what's up? This is my look now.
This is me.
Dude, for me, I always cringe at the thought of myself. I had a few Echo shirts that like I just had so much pride in, and like I just cringe at the idea of like wearing those, and like sometimes you would like pair it with a bandana, bro, and you would be like, dude, leave some pussy for the rest of us, bro.
I'm losing my virginity today.
Dude, Echo with the bandana combo, dude. My God.
It. Yeah.
You hit him with the hand once.
The best combo was white t-shirt under your Echo t-shirt, so the collar would just be showing through, and you would go to the bathroom just to make sure that you like no
fix it up.
Show.
Yeah.
It's nice and crisp, lined up,
dude. And then another trend that I saw, I didn't participate in this one, but I'm really proud that I like held out of this one. But you guys remember like Osiris shoes?
Yeah, those
like,
big fat lip
my
ones.
God, dude, those are so ugly, bro. Like,
dude, my feet were too fat for them.
Fat Farm too. Remember that shit? I also left, or I held out of that one. But I participated in skinny jeans, so I'm not too proud.
I was jealous of those kids that wore the skinny jeans, the big fat
Osiris.
Osiris,
bro.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, Osiris
was like up to their knee. Like the tongue.
They're so ugly.
My stupid shins were my fucking.
They look like they should talk. You know, like you
so
could
wide.
draw eyes on them, and they're gonna start talking to you.
God damn it.
Oh my God,
But
that's really funny.
It's pretty crazy. The worst dressing phase of us three right here.
Yeah.
And comment down below what your worst dressing phase was. You know, the goth phase, the swag phase.
Did you ever do goth, Phil?
No, I was too fat for goth. I wanted to be goth so bad, but all I had to resort to was like jerseys and like suits. You know, I had a.
You had to go to men's clothes way too quickly.
Exactly. Everyone's out there on Hot Topic, and
dude, there's adult goths.
Yeah,
they're for sure.
Yeah, they're all wearing plaid or they're Proud Boys. That's the unfortunate part with.
Or they're usually wearing like band tees.
Yeah, that's true.
Phil was showing up to school like he was getting ready for a job interview. It was like an Under Armour polo with like khakis.
He was dressing like a missionary, bro. Like
Exactly.
a Jehovah's Witness. You ready to hear the Lord? The words Lord.
Oh man. Anything else before we wrap this one up?
You know, I like this. We're gonna end like with questions for each other.
Just a personal question.
I got a question for you. I just read in the news recently that like scientists are like making injections to make your heart younger, like up to 10 years younger, right? They're in clinical trials and all this bullshit. I was like, wow, we're on the pinnacle, or not the pinnacle, the precipice of like just beginning the. What, did I say that wrong? Precipice?
Hey, leave him alone. It's his dyslexia.
We're in the precipice.
You're such an ableist.
Of anti-aging future supplements.
Yes.
And all this stuff.
Keep telling him, little buddy. You keep going.
And okay, hold on though. If you guys could go back 10 years, what would you say to yourselves?
I did not think that was the way you were gonna arrive to that question.
No.
Bro, A and B did not equal C.
What? See, that's why I'm the science bitch.
I thought you were gonna say like, would you be willing to do clinical trials,
or would you take this or that, or
no, everyone's gonna.
No. What would you tell yourself? But like 10 years in the past.
Okay, now when you put it that way, I see where you guys may be confused.
Yeah. Do you want us to answer your question, or do you want us to answer the one that we came up with?
Answer my question.
What did I tell myself 10 years ago?
Because everyone's gonna get the injections.
18. Yeah, dude. Did you not hear? I'm taking fucking over-the-counter pills that I should not be taking. You think some injections are gonna worry me out? I took the vaccine and the booster. Like I'm not scared about anything.
Put it right here.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. Juan, do you want to take this one first? 10 years ago, you were what, 17, 18?
Yeah, 17.
Yeah.
Let's see. I was still in high school. I would say you don't need those pairs of shoes. No amount of pairs of shoes are going to make you happy.
You're a big sneakerhead back then?
No, but I would always just buy like pairs of shoes, and I like continued to do so like every 2 to 3 months, like just a new like for like no reason. Just like for what, dude? I only got 2 feet, so now I'm in the mindset of like we're running these to the ground, or like pairs of shoes that are like no, these are my good ones. I gotta wear these like.
These are my Friday shoes.
Yeah. Right, exactly. And I still think you can have a nicer pair of shoes. But like that shouldn't, like I got a fucking nice pair of shoes now that I just wear to the gym. I'm like, fuck.
You would get weird with it. Yeah.
Yeah. I'd be like, I got to put the stuffing back in and like, so that way they don't crease.
Very anal about it.
Yeah. Yep. For no reason. Who the fuck cares?
Yeah.
What about Johnny?
If it's fun and light like that, bro, I'm thinking like, I would say don't get the Honda.
Don't buy the Honda?
or don't get the sedan, bro. Get an SUV, bro. There's too much winter shit around here. Just get the slightly bigger car.
You're making a payment anyway.
Yeah, you're already paying for it. Just get the Subaru or the SUV or 4-wheel drive, whatever. Yeah. Get the Odyssey.
That's a very good one. Yeah. For our younger folks listening.
Yeah, for real. Especially the more northern listeners with snow and shit.
I need to change my answer because you guys gave more practical answers than I gave. What the fuck?
I mean, or give a very truthful answer. We don't,
Well, I mean, my original answer was like, if I can go back, because like I lost my virginity at like 18.
Yeah.
So I was like talking to this lady when I was 17. Nothing happened with that, but I would have made a move back then.
Yeah.
But I was just so like,
young.
I was so dumb.
So you lost your virginity 1 year earlier?
1 year later, I would have lost my.
Was it to a full ass grown lady?
No. It was a chick
like
that I was talking to.
age?
My grade, and then she moved away.
Bro, I thought you were about to reveal to us that you got molested.
No,
that's why you lost.
No, that was after high school.
That's not the route that went.
That was after high school. That was when that 30-year-old picked me up. Hell yeah.
She showed me a thing or two.
That was a good time.
She tossed you around.
But I would go really back and say that, like, because when I lost my virginity, I like just left this poor soul with a bunch of hickeys.
Oh God!
And it looked like there was just like very like
It looked like you beat her.
Yeah, very bad. Like bite marks here.
Are you sure you didn't beat her?
No.
Are we sure that in your like sexual stupor you didn't like throw in a few haymakers?
And well, it wasn't that long. There'd be no haymaker time for that. But no, it was pretty bad. We were looking at makeup. I was like, damn, you gotta cover up and all this stuff. And they just started working. So I was like, damn. I guess it's pretty embarrassing going to your place of employment and like just having a bunch of hickeys and you just started there.
Fucking that's actually really good advice. Don't leave hickeys. That's really good advice.
Yep.
But they're so fun.
Not cute.
I thought so too, but no, it makes makes them look pretty bad in society. So if I can go back, I'd be like somewhere less visible.
That's so funny.
Fair. Beautiful
advice. Great advice, guys.
Great advice. What about you, Juan? You got a question for us? You want to leave out
a
on
question? You know what? Not on this one, guys. Not on this one. Let me come up with the next one.
All right,
that's fair. You'll get next week.
Next one.
Cheers.
Beautiful. Gentlemen, what a great episode. Cheers.
A fun last few hours here with you guys.
Hell yeah.
It has been, yeah. Yeah, we recorded like almost 4 hours together.
Yeah, this is like a Joe Rogan experience. We're probably going to use only maybe 40 minutes of it. But folks,
hopefully more.
Yeah, definitely check out the YouTube, check out the Spotify. We're going to be uploading a bunch of content there. Check out Sunday, and as always, thank you so much for being here, and we'll see you all next week.